The fake news media, the CNNs, MSNBCs, ABCs, CBSs, all the alphabet news, they caused this.
I'm just so scared. I'm 74 years old. I worry about everything, and I just am so scared and upset, and I don't understand why people voted for this person.
Protests, by the way, they are not only about the unjust arrests of immigrants, otherwise known as our friends and neighbors who came to America in awe of hard work and our freedom. The protests and the bigger fear that has gripped America is a mad king who is attempting to silence those who dissent. He's terrorizing families, chasing farm workers through fields, going to day labor sites, turning over car washes. Nobody asked for this. And now, using our...
Oh, walk this scum out in handcuffs, please. I'm tired of hearing them talk. Walk this lying, scamming, lying dog and put him in handcuffs.
Constitution, he has to pay for this. Donald Trump is America's Hitler.
The people united will never be divided. The people united.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Just can't get enough of the fake news media. The enemy of the people. Enemy of the people. The fake news media. The mainstream media. The legacy media. And they wonder why the ratings are where they're at. Why the American people have lost trust in the media. Same lies, fear-mongering, misinformation, same rhetoric, propaganda, false, fake headlines. They spin everything. They don't want to play the full thing. They don't want to tell everybody the full truth. But we got some report we're going to do today on this. I couldn't wait to get into this, you guys. And what we seen with the U.S. Army birthday parade, a couple hours ago, President Trump's birthday, and the Army's 250th celebration. I mean, it was an amazing time, man. One to be remembered, I'll tell you that. Got these people, the No King protest, got a No King killer, assassin in Minnesota. It's just, but Democrats terrorism, Democrats, Trump derangement syndrome, and you seen that lady, like I showed them at the beginning of the video, that lady. I just don't know how people could. I'm so scared. It's because of the MSNBCs, the CNNs, the ABCs, the CBSs, the alphabet news, what I call it, a disgrace. And just look at this. We're going to play this clip right here. But before we get in, how y'all doing, family? I love y'all. Happy Father's Day. Shout out to all of our fathers, our parents, the ones who made the ultimate sacrifice, blood, sweat, and tears. Put it all on the line, did everything they could, Shout out to all of our amazing parents out there. And even if you think you wasn't an amazing parent, I want to tell you that you were an amazing parent. And that I love you, and that I'm wishing the best for everything that's going on in your life, your loved ones, your kids, that everybody is blessed, well, and healthy. It's one love to the human race. And that's how it's always going to be on this channel and on this show. And we're going to continue to call it out for what it is, the truth, common sense, right from wrong, have fun, spread love, crack some jokes, have a good laugh, live, laugh, love. And that's the only vibes you're going to get on this channel. Nothing but good vibes, family. But let's jump into this. And MSNBC wasn't expecting, you know, they was expecting to have a dark turn, a dark energy. They was expecting this to go completely a different way a couple of hours ago, and you could tell the way they were, you know, they just look how they speak. They couldn't wrap their head around it. You know, that Trump's, you know, parade, that Trump's event was uplifting. It was great energy. People were happy, excited. They just hate it went that way. Just look at this clip.
I will say, I want to go back to you, Ali, that again, when we talk about the sort of tension in the country, and sometimes, you know, you and I have both been at Trump rallies. Those can be, you know, very tense.
They could be very tense. The Trump rallies can be very tense. You see, look at this crowd.
Kind of, I would say, like kind of a dark, malevolent energy sometimes in them. Not always, but it doesn't seem like that's the energy on the mall today, which I think is a good sign, right?
Correct. That you're really correct about that, Chris, and it's something we were watching for.
I'm telling y'all, you know, and we've covered tons of Trump rallies. These people here, the Trump derangement syndrome needs to stop. But guess what? With the fake news media, it won't stop, you guys. It just will not stop. But like I told y'all, the MSNBCs, they call stuff like this.
Scared. I'm not. I just am.
That poor old lady. That they cut, but you know, she that's the first thing. And you know how I know? Because the guy that was you know, in my before I moved into you know, my new home that I'm in now, we just moved in. At my other house, my childhood house, you know, I had a guy come over to give me an estimate, you know, and he seen my Trump sign in the yard, and you know, he lost his mind. And we still hugged it out and had a good time, but I said, well, hey, what do you watch? Like, where do you get your news from? I asked him this. He goes, you know, CNN. I watch a little bit of ABC and MSNBCS. And I said, that's all you got to tell me. And he said, Trump will lose. And y'all remember I told y'all this story a couple times. But that guy, out of his own mouth, he said Trump will lose in a landslide to Kamala Harris. He told me that to my face. And I said, I think Trump is going to win in a landslide. I said, after the election, you come back here and let me know who won. And we hugged it out, and we went. And I even let him sit on my motorcycles. I let that man sit on my motorcycles. I let a Democrat leftist, because he started talking. If I really explain to y'all what we talked about, this video might be an hour long. That guy went into history, saying this and that. And I'm, you know, he was really heavy, lifelong Democrat. Yeah. You know, and I still showed him love. And it's okay to agree to disagree. It's okay to, you know, somebody's on this side, you're on this side, you're in the middle, or somebody doesn't believe this or that, or it's okay, man. Like I tell you, I'm not ever gonna key your car, set your car on, or set a dealership on fire, or do this. It's just a disgrace with the left in the fake news media. But let's move on, you know. But MSNBC couldn't be patriotic if they tried. Trump has broken these people like Humpty Dumpty. This is the most anti-American news outlet to ever exist. I want to check this out.
An Army vet myself.
Yeah, and Paul, when you look at sort of this parade, which again, as we've taken pains to emphasize, is something a lot of people can get behind. You mentioned the National Guard. You mentioned the events of this week. How do you think this stacks up against what are also the concerns of some Americans, that it feels at times like a show of force or an effort to push militarization? The Marines are following orders in L.A. We just had reporting, and Jacob Soboroff out there showing them trying to responsibly do crowd control. We didn't see anything going, into a melee. But there are a lot of experts we've heard from who said that's not really the first, second, or third thing the Marines are usually supposed to do, patrolling crowds in L.A.
I understand those concerns. I share those concerns. I think this military parade is wrong for a number of reasons, but especially because it continues to insert our military in the politics of this country. Trump continues to make it seem like they're his military. The speech at Fort Bragg this week was disgusting and shameful and unprecedented. And even the deployment of the National Guard is an escalation that's unnecessary and an abuse of power.
Unnecessary, you know. Unnecessary. Peaceful protests, it's all under control as we watch the actual clips of what was going on in that state. And the governor, Mayor Gavin Newsom, that Karen Bass, they ought to just resign. And don't even let them resign, just walk them out in handcuffs. As you can see things burning down to the ground. It's peaceful though. They're walking inside the store, destroying the store and stealing, looting from the store. They out there arguing with each other. Fights break out, assaulting law enforcement, using bricks, throwing bricks at windshields. That is attempted murder. Blocking highways, freeways. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up, but it's peaceful. It's under control. This is why people have turned off the TV. Why people don't tune in MSNBC. This is why. This is why.
And the Marines in LA is the next step. And I think what we'll see tonight, so far so good in D.C., but you'll probably see Trump give an overtly political speech at the end of it, which will contaminate the whole thing and continue to pull our troops into a place where America trusts them less. Because he's manipulating them, because he's politicizing them, because he's abusing them. He's reducing their popularity. And that's really dangerous because Americans don't respect them as much. Americans don't trust them as much. Americans fear them in some places. And that's understandable as they see this increased militarization that culminates with this. But it's also important, I think, to note, Ari, this is not the end. This is the playbook going forward. So this parade is probably the first of many. And this is part of Trump's larger plan to expand his grip on power and to leverage the military as an instrument of that power.
Yeah.
Man, I'm ready for that breaking news. And we're predicting that this network is going to be one of those ones that are eventually sold out, sold off. Because it's right now it's if you go look at the report sheet, the data sheet, we showed it in one of the previous videos. It is terrible. It is terrible. But you wonder why. It is actually terrible. Rand Paul. How do y'all feel about Rand Paul? Let me leave a beautiful comment down below. I didn't get invited to the dinner, the picnic, huh? CNN, they got a real good grip on him with his staff, the fake news, and Trump had to come out and set things straight. And then he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to be there, and my grandson is going to have on his Make America Great hat again." I tell you, what a disgrace.
Liberals describe themselves, right? So again, it should be no surprise when you see videos like this, interviews like this from the radicals who showed up to this protest. Take a look.
And how old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
And are you a resident of Atlanta, or what would you say?
I am a resident of Metro Atlanta.
Awesome. And do you go to school out here?
Yes, I do. I'm a student at Kennesaw State University.
Tell me a little about what made you come out here today and be surrounded by other hundreds of people that are here today.
I think the answer is really obvious. These are my countrymen. This is my country. And my entire life, I was told that I have the right to protest, that I have a right to care. And I do care. And not only do I have a right, it's my duty. It's my duty to care about what's going on. It's my duty to stand up. People have been talking about injustice since this country was built. This country was built on injustices. We killed Native Americans, then we built it off the backs of slaves. And they want to talk about how reparations, and that's just, it happened 100 years ago and we shouldn't talk about it. We see the effects today. America was built on bigotry. America was built on hate. that way. I do not live in a country. I do not pay tax dollars to murder innocent people. These are people. This is a country for us. This is the country of my parents and my children and my neighbors. And this is a country of immigrants. The colonials did not pay thousands of dollars. They did not wait 8 years to have citizenship. They didn't do that. I am not going to sit here while my people suffer.
What do you think about the president? I know currently in D.C. he's having a birthday party sort of parade. What do you think about that as you guys are protesting here and in other cities across the country?
I can remember in 2016 all the propaganda that was put out on North Korea and how they had a show for Kim Jong-un's birthday and all the rockets that they displayed and the nuclear weapons. And the West took that as an insult and kind of a threat. Well, I see absolutely no difference in what's happening in D.C. right now. It's an absolute waste of tax dollars in any kind of way that you can put it. It's a threat. It's a threat to the American people that says if you step out of line, we will destroy you. We will take everything you love away. And I'm not going to stand for that. This is America, and you are nothing without the American people. And I want you to know that.
Yeah. So, again, we have a big problem in this country when it comes to mental health. Especially about.
Did I tell y'all? Did I say it this video or my last video on the show? A lot of y'all need to go get checked. I'm telling you, a lot of y'all need help. A lot of people need help, man. A lot of people need help. It's bigger than just taking a pill. People need help, man. Y'all need to go sit down with somebody and talk. Man, y'all need therapists. People need some help, man. It's bad. And not just a pill. Y'all need might need multiple pills. I tell you.
Among young radical liberals, especially among young radical liberal women, okay, more so than anything. And this is why I'm not surprised that you're already getting reports as night starts to approach that these No King's Day protests are starting to get violent. Because like I told you guys, these people cannot protest without being violent. They do not get the benefit of the doubt. Inevitably, there probably will be violence. And lo and behold, this is what we're getting. Even though you have MSNBC running full-blown propaganda, claiming that there's no violence, except when the violence gets so bad, so undeniable, that even MSNBC can't deny that it's happening on camera. Take a look.
I want to reiterate, this looks very intimidating. This has remained 100% peaceful as far as I have seen. People are out here with their signs. Here, may I show your sign, ma'am? Can I? Your sign says,
"We are not criminals."
Whoa, let's go.
Peaceful protest. We're not doing nothing wrong.
Whoa.
We have the freedom of speech.
Go. You want to be careful, okay? You take care of yourself. So you can see, whoa, they're messing with the horses. Guys, let's go. Let's back up here. Obviously, people are unhappy, Ari. People don't want to see horses trampling. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Hey, Ari, we're okay. We're going to keep going. Stay with us if you can. JB, want to move a little faster back. They're pushing people with horses, which obviously gets people freaked.
Jacob, you're on camera, but do what you need to do. You're on camera, but take your time and space.
Whoa. Let's go. Oh, shit. Let's go. Whoa. We're good, Ari. We're good. Keep going.
We're looking at some pictures from moments ago of police trying to clear protesters from a No Kings demonstration in Los Angeles. You can see their smoke.
Somebody got to be made an example out of.
Smoke grenades, I guess, pepper spray that appears to be being detonated there in the area as they're trying to move people away from this specific area. Jamie, this is a bit of a...
I said let all them protesters get a little whiff of that pepper spray. Some good stuff. Some real good stuff. Ain't that right, Patriots? Y'all know about that pepper spray? Yeah. Get a good old whiff of it, I say, protesters.
Split screen that we are seeing between this parade going off in Washington, D.C. and protests around the country, but now some pictures like this coming in from Los Angeles.
Right. So I think we should say that apart from this scene, the other protests we've seen around the country have been peaceful.
Meanwhile,
beautiful horses. Beautiful horses. Shout out to our law enforcement, man. We love our law enforcement on this channel. The brave men and women out there, thank you for making the ultimate sacrifice. Our first responders, our firefighters, paramedics. It's indeed people who have saved lives, walked into burning buildings, people who have had an order. Our veterans on the channel. All the brave men and women out there, thank you. Some beautiful horses.
You're looking live at the scene on Fox 11. A day of fortunately overpass and had begun and the area continue quite chaotic after a day of protesting.
With such force.
In spring, the people in the
except they're not, right? I mean, even doing the broadcast, they have to run and hide, right? And they have to panic over the fact that, yeah, it's not peaceful, right? It's not that peaceful. And, you know, a lot of these reporters are actually getting hurt, right? They get hurt because they get caught up in the exchanges between police and the violent protesters. And that's currently what is happening, okay? So, again, wouldn't be surprised if it ratchets up, okay? Because, again, these people cannot protest without being violent, right? Again, that is kind of how these leftists roll. So with that being said, the actual reason for today, right, what we should all be celebrating, what we should really be paying attention to is the Army parade that was hosted by the president that was actually peaceful. Take a look.
USA.
Ladies and gentlemen,
USA.
to honor America, would you please...
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Ramparts we watched gave proof through the night that our flag was still
I know how I do it. I know how I do it. I take my, you know, I gotta show my respect. I know I gotta do it. My hair looks terrible. My head looks terrible. Yeah, I know I just moved into the new home and my barber is like 1 hour away. You know, man, I'm down bad right now, family. I'm gonna get a haircut. Y'all see my beard growing back in too. I'm struggling over here, family. I'm struggling. Your boy Rick is struggling. You know, but we're gonna make it through, man. We will overcome. We continue to fight. Hey. I tell you, this was so amazing, man.
Mr. President, First Sergeant Norton reporting for duty, sir. Ready to commence the ceremony as directed.
I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations. Congratulations. Woo! Welcome to the United States Army, and have a great life. Thank you very much. Have a great life. Thank you.
Women who put on the uniform and serve this nation are our most precious resource. We must honor them, we must respect them, we must fight for them, and that's exactly what the Trump administration aims to do every single day.
All right, JD.
And so to our soldiers, we're so proud of you, and let me tell you that the way that we honor and respect you is, number one, we never ask you to go to war unless you absolutely have to. And number two, when we do ask you to go to war, we give you the weapons and the support needed to kick the hell out of the enemy and come back home safely.
Thank you very much, everybody. And thank you to Vice President Vance. And thank you. You make us strong. And tonight, you have made all Americans very proud. They're watching from all over the world, actually. Made them all very proud. Every other country celebrates their victories. It's about time America did too. That's what we're doing tonight.
Beautiful. Just beautiful, man. But I love you guys, man. You know, we are rocking and rolling. We are rooting for America. We're rooting for Trump, President Trump. You know, prayers for Trump. We're seeing everything that is taking place. Again, the fake news media, the enemy of the people, these activists, these judges, you know, the Democrats, it just gets worse and worse and worse. They have no chance of a recovery or comeback, in my opinion. You know, we're the same lies, misinformation, propaganda, fear mongering. It just won't stop with these people. But it's ended in massive success, amazing turnout. Again, man, we're gonna continue to root for America, for this current administration, that they have our best interests in heart. You know, and again, let the chips fall where they may. You know, let them do their little protests. He wants to be king, dictator, threat to democracy. They let them say the same crap over and over and over. But we know the truth. We know the truth. And we're going to keep winning. And it's going to be win after win after win. And if we see something we don't like, we're going to come on here and talk about it. If we're going to hold people accountable. If we don't like this, like that, if we don't like this, we're going to, like I say, we're going to come on here and talk about it. We've seen some of the things that we didn't like, that the people didn't like about the beautiful bill or this and that. What we do? We come on here and we talk about it. You know? Agree to disagree. But like I tell you, the sides are completely different, man. And the left, these activists, the liberals, these Democrats have lost their mind. You know? And they're all the terrorists, all the violence. You know, it's from their side. And people need to be held accountable, walked out, put in handcuffs with their hands behind their back. I love y'all. Happy Father's Day. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love, you guys.